So right now I'm at 2/50th, 1/250th shutter speed.
If you've been wanting to learn how to shoot real estate videos but aren't sure what shots to get or what camera settings to use, then this video is for you. I'm gonna walk through an entire house and show you the exact shots and settings I get as I'm shooting, so you can just copy exactly what I do and start making killer real estate videos that clients will love. And be sure to watch to the end to see the final video edit, so let's go.
So I gotta raise the aperture when I'm outside, because if you don't, it's gonna be too blown out. So right now I'm at 2/50th, 1/250th shutter speed, f/16, and my ISO is set to auto. Right now it's showing 320. And I'm just gonna do a straight push in. All the way to the front door. So I would say that this is my grand entrance shot. And let's see, I'm change my settings. 2/50th, f/3.2, and yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna try to get the longest walk that I can. I'm gonna start from back here. And I'm gonna do like a curved push in. And I'll get a detail shot of this, but I think I'd like to get a second shot going the opposite direction so we can see both sides of the room. It also kind of reveals the room behind us as well. Just doing a side-to-side motion. And that's it. Let's see. I think I'll do a detail shot of that. So I gotta kind of make a mental note of all this. Same thing with this. I'm just gonna do a curved push in for the kitchen. Cool. All right, so some things I wanna keep in mind. Maybe a detail shot of the faucet, something showing the chairs so that it's obvious to the viewer that this is bench seating right here. And then we wanna get that. And then I also wanna do the same thing over here where I'm getting the opposite side. I might not use all of these shots, but I'm just gonna take them and then see what looks good in the edit. Side to side movement. And that's it for this room. This room's a little challenging right here because it's a tight space. I guess I could, you know, maybe walk into this room. But I've done that a bunch of times already, or I've done it a couple times already. I don't know if it's gonna be repetitive. So I'm gonna see if I can just walk straight toward the room. And then edit that in post. I'm gonna do it a couple times. And then I might reverse that in post. A lot of times I would say, you know, if you got a really tiny bathroom, might skip it. But I mean, look how this bathroom looks. It looks kind of amazing. It's very eclectic looking. And I wanna make sure that we highlight that because I think that's an important selling feature. So I'm just gonna do a straight push in. And I'm gonna do the same thing in this room. Hold on. So that's a walk-in closet. It's nice, but I don't think for the video it's necessary. Another straight push in. Cool. And then we have a pretty cool main bathroom here. So I'm going to tilt my camera down just a little bit, just so I can actually see it. I want to see that tub. If I have it, my camera, if I have my vertical straight, I don't really see the tub unless I get down really low like this. And if I do that, then I feel like I'm kind of at a low angle to the sink. It feels like, you know, miniature height, and I want to be up here so I can see things a little bit better. So it's okay if you break vertical sometimes, and that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to angle in and turn as I go in the room. Then I'm trying to look to see if there's any fixtures here that look like we could do a detail shot. I might try to get a detail shot of this. You have to be really careful, because if it's not super legit and perfect, it's gonna show up and it won't look good. So we don't wanna have any hard water or anything like that. Oops. And this almost looks like it's brand new, but not quite. That hard water is definitely gonna show up, and I don't wanna do that. So I might not do any shots in here. I do like this. I want to showcase this. Oh, I like that too. So I'll probably get another shot in here, more of a detail shot, one of the desk and then one of the view outside, but I'll leave those for the longer lens. And then here, normally I would try to get a shot just like walking out so we see how we get from the inside to the outside. The only thing that I'm not digging though is like, you can see up here, there's not a lot of rust, but like the paint's peeling and stuff like that. And that's not something I want to highlight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start from outside and get a long straight shot. And again, when I get outside, we gotta change our settings. So I gotta up my aperture so that my shot's not blowing out. So I'm gonna go to F11, I think will probably be okay. And I'm just gonna do a straight push in to the backyard. Cool. And let's see. So these I'll just save for detail shots. And then one shot here showing the back of the house. And I'll use that post as something it sort of just gives us a reference as to where we're standing. Okay, cool. So when we get out here to do detail shots, I'll show a detail shot of this. I may try to do a detail shot going in this direction so we see that, but we also allude to the ADU, and that will lead us into the next shot going into the ADU. And so I'm gonna have to change my settings again. It's my F7. So we have the mirror right there, and I don't want to see myself in the shot. I'm gonna bring my exposure down, my f-stop down, so my ISO isn't up so high. If I left it at f7, right now my ISO is at about 1600, which is fine, but I want to try to clean it up as much as possible. So I might as well go to something like f3.2. And that will bring me down to ISO 400. And so the way I try to avoid, or the way I can avoid getting myself in the shot, is to just sort of allude to the bathroom. We're not gonna walk we can walk all the way in, but we're just gonna have to cut it before we get to that part. So we'll cut it there and maybe try to do some sort of detail shot. Kitchen shot, we'll get a couple of details of this too. The realtor really wants to sell the ADU. That's the big selling feature in here, so I'm gonna overshoot this just a little bit. And then he wanted to make sure that we got this because it has its own patio. Adjust my aperture. We're gonna go back up to, let's see, F11. Let's do a straight walk out. Okay. And then he wants to show the seating. So we'll do the same thing here. I don't want to show, again, this door frame right here. I want to keep that sort of not the focus of attention. So I'm going to go to F3.5. If you're ever shooting something like this and you want to get an exterior shot, and you want a shallow depth of field, there's two ways that you can accomplish that. One, you can up your shutter speed, that way you're not blown out, or you can use an ND filter. I just choose to up my shutter speed, even though that's sort of breaking the rules. It's never been a big issue for my edits. In this case, it doesn't have to be done though. Okay, and then I also want to show the address here. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do that with a detail shot out here, so I'll save that. All right, now we're gonna roll through here and get some detail shots. Let's see, I think that I'm going to stay right here, even though I'm pretty far away, but that's kind of the beauty of having a longer lens too. This is a 24-70. Right now I'm at almost 70 millimeters, and I'm going to stay right here. I got my aperture at f3.5, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to lock off my ISO instead of having it on auto, because what happens is when you go behind here, the exposure changes. Right now it's at 3200, and then when I go here, the exposure is gonna drop, and you're gonna see that in the edit, so I don't like that. So I wanna keep the exposure constant for this particular shot. When you're doing detail shots, like reveal shots, it's probably a good idea to do that. Cool. Going to get something of this. Now for this one, I'm blinking right here. We're overexposed. I do want to keep a shallow depth of field. So in order to do that, I got to raise up my shutter speed. I want to use this as something that I am revealing from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this plant down here. I'm gonna go a little bit wider because I want to see that doorway right there. Okay, let's see if we can get the chairs. And now the sink. So, I want to get something showing this desk. I don't really have anything to reveal from, but that's all right. I don't have to do it every time. Gotta raise up my shutter speed here because I'm pointed outside. Okay. And I'll leave it up because we're gonna head outside now. So that sun is causing a little bit of glare. Might be all right. I'm going to use this post as like a foreground element. I don't know if I can get both the doorway in this shot. I think so. All right. See if we can get something cool in here. Lower my shutter speed. And we're at 800 ISO. I'm going to lock it off for this shot. Okay. Definitely want to showcase this because this looks like very clean. Looks like it's new. Set my ISO back to auto. Okay. I think that's probably it for inside here. So I do want to get that address. Can I? Okay. Let's see if I can get this from out here. And gotta raise the shutter speed. So I'm actually going up to like 800th of a second on my shutter. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna make it a little bit wider. I'm at like between 35 and 50. I'm sort of using the fence as a foreground element. Perfect.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at the final video, but before we do, I did want to mention that I do have a free PDF guide with a complete shot list that you can use if you're just getting started. And I also have an effects pack specifically made for real estate video creators. This is for Final Cut users, and I'll leave all of that in the description. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to see more videos just like this. And now here is the final video edit.